So this model for libraries that I talk about in my presentations, that means that there are some changes at the organizational level that have to take place. For sure, transparency is incredibly important, and going back through those columns that Michael and I wrote in the Transparent Library and Library Journal really lays out a lot of the things we see should happen. Library directors should have an open door policy, and they should be very serious about it, and communication should flow up and down. One of the things that we see is sometimes somebody down on the front lines has the best idea in the world, and it never makes it to the person that can say, yes, that's a good idea, we should do that. I talk in the presentation about flattening the organizational chart, and I think that's possible. I show a picture of a pyramid when I talk about this part because for so long we've had this pyramid shape, with the director on top and all these layers and layers of managers and administrators that you have to get through. And I really think that we can find a better model to make our organizations flatter, but also give them sort of that quickness or that nimbleness, so something like a good idea from the front lines can be implemented very quickly. It doesn't have to go through 6 months of meetings, and it doesn't have to go through 10 layers of administration to have anything done. Really, frankly, we don't have time in our libraries to be having long meetings about something. We should be able to prototype something, try it out. If it works, we fly with it. We should be able to tell our users, hey, we are an organization in beta. We are changing. You may see some things that work really well. You may see some stuff that doesn't work well. Tell us what you think, and we'll keep changing. That's kind of a nice way to think about it. The public library says to its community, tell us what you want, and we'll keep on changing, because that's what the world is doing. I think we give a lot of lip service to the idea of learning organization. What does that mean exactly? What does that mean when a library is actually a learning organization? I think that means that the staff is empowered to understand that they can learn on their own, that they know how to do that they can come in for their day of work and know exactly what they should be focused on, and not have to wait for someone to tell them what to do or take them into a training room or whatever. And sure, there'll be new things introduced, but again, it comes down to that idea of being a little quicker instead of these long, formal process type things. It's really interesting, too, to think about the kind of people that we will be hiring in our future libraries. For sure, there was always going to be a place for the professionally educated librarian. I think that librarian skills will be slightly different than they are right now. I think we will be doing a lot more instruction and teaching in all kinds of libraries. I think those librarians will need to understand how to do project management, do it well, keep a project moving. I think they'll need to understand sort of the bigger picture thinking. We'll also be having folks in the library that may not have a formal library degree, but will be just as important to the services of the library. And those folks might be technologists. They might be customer service representatives that may have a love of a certain material. We certainly have people that love books in libraries and love movies. Those are the kind of people that we want on the front lines, helping people find like the next thing to excite their curiosity or help them find something out, or just simply to kick back and watch a movie. There's a wonderful library out in Darien, Connecticut, and that is a living example of some of these factors, where they redid their circulation area. Now it's self-service circ, and the circulation staff is freed up to be on the floor working with the collection and meeting the library users and talking to them about the materials they want. I've read such and such book, what's the next thing I should watch or read? I've seen this movie, what's the next movie I should see? And that is a much better use for your staff in the library than just that rote checking in and out of books. So the folks I see hired by libraries in the future, and I see libraries starting to do this now, they're going to be very people-centered. It's going to be about serving the customer. And really, I put this in a column I'm writing in Library Journal now. I believe librarianship or working in libraries is the ultimate service profession, because we're there and we're sort of we're doing this for free, in quotation marks. We are being paid and we are government supported or university institution supported, but really what we are providing for the most part to our users is a free service. So in my mind, that makes it the ultimate service profession.